Good morning, everyone. Welcome, and thank you very much for taking your time to be here today to hear some updates on the university. I hope you had an amazing break, full of lots of joy and hopefully plenty of rest, because I know we have a lot to do this semester. So our agenda today is I'd like to welcome our new faculty and staff that joined us since August. It's always important to celebrate and highlight some of our accolades, provide some updates from fall convocation, specifically regarding the provost search, strategic plan, and the move to market initiatives, recap of the fall administrative decisions, overview of facility and infrastructure improvements, talk a little bit about some things you'll see happening in the spring. I just got back from Topeka, so a quick startup on the legislative update, a foundation update, and as always, ending our time celebrating our faculty by once again recognizing our fall award recipients. So to start with, those hired since August convocation, which you saw on the loop video, if you are present, will you please stand for a very warm Tiger welcome? Anyone hired since August? We're so pleased you are here at Fort Hays State University. You know, I think sometimes that we get so busy, we forget to stop, to breathe, and to celebrate our very good work. So let's take a moment to do so this morning by highlighting just a sampling of some of our outstanding fall achievements. How about a round of applause for our great work? I'd also like to thank Kelsey Stamel and her staff for putting together both the loop video and that video as well. During our convocation in August, I provided some updates on our provost search, our strategic plan, and our Move to Market initiative. I've continued to send you emails through campus mail, as well as highlight some of our progress on those initiatives through the cabinet minutes. I hope you're getting those. A quick recap. Regarding our provost search, we wanted to make sure we're building a good external pool, so we have hired academic search to help us with that part of the initiative. The search committee has been appointed. I want to thank Deb Ludwig for being willing to chair the search, Cindy Klein for providing the administrative support, and at this time, I'm going to ask all of the members of the current Provost Search Committee to please stand so we may express our gratitude for your work. And hopefully, as you know by now, we are planning on April campus interviews and a July 1 start date for our new provost. Regarding the strategic plan, phase 1 and phase 2 are completed. We are almost done with phase 3, the desired outcomes, and we are beginning our work on strategy development. I'll talk more about the desired outcomes and strategy development in a minute. The final plan will be presented to the Kansas Board of Regents, tentatively scheduled for April, as we transition into implementation. Again, I say if you have any questions about process or content, please do not hesitate to visit with me. As we move through the phases, I'll continue to keep you updated through campus email and to remind you what we have accomplished, where we are in the process, how you can continue to be involved, and our next steps. This work is so important, and I'm really relying on each of you and the collective us to move this forward together. As indicated in my recent campus email, the campus comment phase for our desired outcomes is open until January 31st. Comments will be shared with our goal teams and then the Strategic Planning Steering Committee with final recommendations to me shortly. We then start our process over again by having a community conversation on the initial strategies, and that conversation will occur on February 14th at 1:30, and once again, it will be videotaped. I know that's a really difficult way to have participation in a meeting. In terms of move to market, we have learned a lot throughout this very complex process, and I want to thank everyone for your involvement in shaping our progression as well as our decisions, because they did move throughout the process. As you will recall, we are investing more than $2 million in this initiative over 4 years. Our focus is to ensure that our employees are being paid at least minimum wage, or market wage. And then those benefiting will see an increase in their next paycheck. I know that the move to market does not address all compensation concerns. That is why that we will not only continue to focus on additional merit, but also commit to address compression, equity, and inversion concerns during the contract cycle. So all contingent, of course, on available funding. Some administrative decisions made this fall include the Hayes Airport designation as the university official airport. We will evaluate the efficacy of this policy to ensure it's meeting our intents after some time it's been implemented. We have a senior leadership team meeting next week to further discuss how to best accommodate our strong and positive tradition of the graduate faculty luncheon with the move to the Friday morning ceremony. So watch your email for more information. Cabinet vetted and recommended these 5 policies last fall, so please make sure they have been shared and discussed within your departments. My focus remains on people, purpose, and place, and we had some really great things happen this past fall regarding our physical structure. I hope you've had the opportunity to experience and go out and see some of these upgrades. The Gross Cunningham Hall exterior door replacement project, the amazing simulation labs in Stroop Hall, the exterior lighting upgrades and sidewalk repairs, a great new lobby tile in Malloy, and our very pretty and very clean exteriors for McCartney and Albertson. Projects to look forward to this spring include an updated university ballroom and restrooms in the Memorial Union. The ballroom will go offline after commencement for the renovations. The completion of a very beautiful art and design building. We continue to work on designing the Center for Student Success. Acres Energy will see a new boiler. Oh boy. A drone barn will be built as a small addition to the existing animal research facility. And programming for the Rarick Hall renovation will continue. To keep everyone better informed of our progress, the Workday newsletter has been reinstated, and 2 critical decisions were made this fall. First, to remain with our current financial aid system power fades until Workday is further developed and able to better integrate. And second, to forego 2 years of payments for the student module until it too is further developed and ready to meet our needs. Additionally, our team is holding a planning event at the end of the month to continue to make progress on several functions. As you probably know, the folks that are behind the scenes working on this technology have put a lot of time, effort, sweat, tears, reality regarding the administration and the management of our international staffing programs, an attempt to identify and promote efficacy, efficiency for today's current reality. Dr. Joe Potts has been hired. He is the current Assistant Vice Provost for International Programs at KU. He worked at Fort Hays for many years and actually started our English as a Second Language program some time ago. He has been involved in creating staffing plans and strategies for international programs at 2 other universities. During the fall semester, Dr. Potts reviewed many documents from Dr. Gould's 2008 Competing for the Futures by Mapping a New FHSU International Architecture, to the 2015 Proposed Re-Engineering of Internationalization at Fort Hays report, and many others. Dr. Potts also had many conversations with our faculty and our staff. He had made visits to Hays, and he also visited CIOS and SNU. So as indicated on the screen, the report will be delivered to the campus shortly. It will be shared. There will be an open comment period, and then final decisions will be made and shared. I really want to thank the international staffing folks and faculty who have been involved in this process. You've been outstanding, and I hope you are as eager as I am to see the report and see what we might do to continue to move forward. I'm excited to see 3 major projects come to fruition this spring. Our website will go live. Please watch for information on preview sessions, as well as a CMS refresher training. And please do help share the excitement of a new brand personally driven website. The Chief Communication Officer search is underway. Those of you who are helping us move this forward this search process forward, will you please stand to be recognized? As you know, we've been working through a strategic communications plan that is designed to drive institutional reputation, revenue, and recruitment. This work will require a shift to URM workflow and will be a priority focus for our new Chief Communication Officer as we transition from the University Relations and Marketing model to the Office of Strategic Communications. So I just got back from Topeka. It's just the beginning. I want to give you a quick update and remind you that this is a process. I call it the long and winding road. So I'll share with you some framing for the first steps. Following convocations, I will also share with you via email a memo from the Kansas Board of Regents staff on the governor's recommendation for post-secondary education, as well as the handout that was given at the budget meeting on Thursday. For the Kansas Board of Regents Unified State Appropriations, we, as the 6 universities, have been out talking to legislators. We're doing that in teams, and we are collectively asking for the $85 million. And that is what we were down since 2008. So this request gets us back to the 2008 funding model. There are additional funding requests for the 2-year sector that are part of the Unified Kansas Board of Regents Appropriations request. By now, you're probably well aware of the governor's priorities. Interestingly, as she introduced her focus on health care, she did so by talking about rural revitalization, something Fort Hays is very interested in, and a focal point for our conversation with the governor and many legislators. The budget report released on Thursday aligned, of course, with the governor's priorities. In addition to the proposed funding for Governor Kelly's priorities, her budget proposal does include an additional $8.9, not 85, but $8.9 million for higher education, restoring us not to the 2018 funding level, but restoring the 2017 budget cut. There's also a provision for a 2.5% state employee pay increase, and state universities are included in the governor's proposed pay plan. Sometimes we are, sometimes we're not. But remember, it is a long and winding road, and it is still very much unknown if we will end up with appropriated dollars in support of a pay increase. In conversations, I continue to hear strong support of Fort Hays State University, and quite frankly, adoration for you and the work that you're doing. I will provide campus updates over the next few months and will work hard on our behalf, along with the assistance of our very dedicated government relations liaison, Deborah Prideaux. Deborah, will you please stand for a round of applause? As you're aware, the process for introducing bills is just beginning. Some we're starting to hear about include sports betting and on ending with the positive, tax-free textbooks. So we'll see. Now, while the legislators may say that the state money is not there, that is not what we are hearing from our hard-working foundation staff and our very generous donors who believe in the work that you do every day. So I'd like to take a moment to thank our dedicated foundation staff. Foundation staff here today, will you please stand for a round of applause? And of course, our gratitude to especially our donors, many who are sitting right here today in this auditorium. We thank you for giving so generously to enable the work in which we believe so deeply. Thanks to the support of our donors, in fiscal year 2018, we awarded our students more than $2 million in scholarships, and our departments benefited by more than $3.7 million. This is significant. As you know, impacting all areas of Fort Hays State University, the Journey campaign, the goal to raise $100 million by homecoming 2021. Our current status is very exciting at $68 million plus in contributions as of today. Lives are being changed and the possibilities are endless. Thank you again for all supporting the campaign. The campus campaign is one of many pieces of the Journey campaign, along with Tiger Auction, I Fed the Tiger, scholarships, department support, and so on. As I said, the possibilities, as well as the many ways in which you can contribute, are endless. So thank you very much for your generous impact on our community. I do believe a strong community is one which takes care of one another. There are so many great examples of how we do this in Hays America. So I'd also like to take a moment to remind you that the month of February will be dedicated to the United Way campaign. Our campus coordinators are Heather Kaiser and Amy Schaefer. Heather and Amy, are you here today? If you will, please stand. They're upstairs. Oh, upstairs. Thank you. They have a lot of very fun activities planned, so please watch out for more details. And oh, by the way, payroll deductions available for both campus and the United Way campaigns. There are no pledge cards because you have full control of adding and stopping payroll contributions through your Workday app. And even though the fall recipients have already been announced, it's my honor to once again recognize and congratulate our colleagues for their accomplishments. Please stand as you are celebrated. Dr. C.D. Clark for the Teaching Award. Yeah, we need to clap even if they're not here. Dr. Laura Wilson for the Research and Scholarly Activity Award. Dr. Kim Chappell for the Service Award. Christine Hunziger and Doug Storer for their distinguished service. Ken Kippis for the Griffin Family Service Award Operations. Tish Mickelson for the Griffin Family Outstanding Service Award, Food Service. And aren't we so very, very proud of Riley and Lucy? Following this convocation, a copy of the PowerPoint will be archived on the website under the Office of the President, should you want to reference any of the slides. I want you to know that I remain so inspired by each of you. It's such a pleasure to visit with legislators and regents and really the public about your extraordinary results. We have so much to celebrate. I well recognize our accomplishments are the result of the dedication of many, not one, not a few, but many. I'm so proud of the work that you're doing and the impact that you're having on our students and our communities. Now, there is a reception waiting for us to catch up with one another and especially to greet the newest members of our community. But before I go, I wanted to close with a video celebrating who we are and what we do. For 6.5 years, Fort Hays State challenged me and supported me, showing me over and over again the power of hard work and commitment, the value in personal investment, the importance of true community, and the transformative change that happens through innovation.
People have been here and worked here and been here a long time, and there's a reason for that.
It's in a rural community where, that grit and determination made this place what it is. But I think now it permeates beyond the agriculture and the roots of our being here. It's more about determination.
Fixing things and figuring it out and taking things apart is part of who we are as people, and that just repeats itself through the university culture.
I wanted to be a student athlete. I wanted to play football in college. People told me I wasn't able to be a football player and be a student at the same time.
I kind of went with geology not really knowing what I was going to do with it.
We don't define success for our students. And because we approach advising as a partnership between students and faculty, we help students figure out what success looks like to them.
We're hoping that we're giving them enough tools to be innovative, to be creative, to be critical, and to be able to think on their feet so they can take it to that next level in their job, whatever that path may be.
And I've gotten so many opportunities here, and I just never wanted to leave.
Through all of my involvement, I found passions for service I didn't have before, passions for working within higher education I didn't have before. So it kind of serves as this pathway to discovery of things I didn't even know existed.
It's the fact that faculty are willing to go out of their ways. They're willing to guide me. They were trying to invest in me.
Completely flipped the script. I was from a 1.79 to a 3.33, winning athlete academic excellence awards for 3 years in a row.
It's about finding the doctor, the teacher, and engineer in them, and then helping them explode those dreams. And that's a really different recipe for success.
The City of Hays and Fort Hays have had a great relationship because we realize, just like any successful relationship, we really need each other.
It's not just the university, it's the community. We come together and we care about each other.
Businesses and business leaders here in Hays support what goes on at the university. They're very much behind the activities and the programming that is done here.
It's not just about getting students in the businesses, it's about connecting and supporting one another and having relationships.
This is a hard-working place. I hope that every student sees that grit and determination in their faculty and the people they interact with.
From years past, we've set ourselves up to be able to take advantage of this time to set us up for the future. I think things are only on the uptick at Fort Hays State.
We're not responders. We're going to be out ahead. We're going to be excited by that change. We're not going to have to learn it because we're going to move with it. We're going to ride the wave, so to speak. And that makes that future very exciting for me because I learned quickly that it's not about the leader's vision, it's about pulling the institution together and moving forward in our vision. And that comes from the knowledge at the grassroots of the institution.
Fort Hays State is in a wonderful place, looking forward, going forward, because they believe in their faculty members, and the faculty members believe in their students, and we believe in our administration, and so we're going in the same direction at the same time.
Every single day, we are investing in students with the personal care and innovative education that will become the foundation for their success. Together, all of us here unlock the untapped potential of our students to empower our campus, our community, and our world for even greater success.